Good morning, beautiful people. Wow, it's been a huge week at Mentor My Success. I took all my classes online. Instead of doing them in the morning, I started doing them in the night time because it suits our clientele much better, which is great. But being a person who lives in chronic pain, night times are obviously the worst time of the day for me. So it's been a very interesting experience. Monday night went great. Tuesday night was awesome. Last night was a disaster. I was just way too tired. I'd said yes to going to a meeting at 7 a.m. yesterday, which I probably should have just said no thank you. I didn't want to miss out that whole FOMO thing. Oh, someone's invited me somewhere, I don't want to say no. And I really didn't manage my energy levels very well. So when I went to teach a very technical class last night, all I really did, I think, was confuse my students, which, not everything you do is going to work. It's about saying, all right, this worked, this didn't. So last night, class definitely did not work. So what I can do now is I can either throw my toys out of the pram and say, all right, that's shit, it's not fair, blah, blah, blah. I'm not that kind of person. That doesn't fit for my mindset. So really, I'm sitting here going, okay, what can I do to make that work better? What can I do to make that work for my own physical needs as well as my students' learning needs? And so what I'm going to do is actually do that course again, but I will do it over a couple of weeks rather than doing it all in an intensive. And I think that that will make things much better. In business, it's not about getting it right all the time. We can't get it right all the time. Life is just not like that. But when something goes wrong, like it did for me last night, it's about being vulnerable enough to say, you know what, that didn't work. I'm really sorry. This is how I'm going to go forward from that space. So for me, I won't be doing 3 nighttime classes in a week. It's just too many for me. So 2 is my maximum, which is great. I now have a line that I know if I'm doing 2, I can manage that. 3 is just a little bit too much for me. What else can I do? I can look at the way that I am presenting my information to my students. It was a very, very technical topic. And so in future, as I have really technical topics, what I need to think about is, do I want to do it in an intensive or will I do it at a slower pace over a couple of weeks? And for this particular course, which was called The Secret to Turning Visitors into Happy Paying Customers, it's all about building sales funnels, and that's a really technical process. So for me, what I've learned from this experience last night is that if I'm going to teach something that's this complicated, I would do it over a couple of weeks, and I might even do it standing at a whiteboard rather than sitting and teaching, because then I can demonstrate exactly what it is that I'm doing. So I hope you had some wins this week. If you had some losses like me this week, I had some great wins and some losses. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and go forward positively with the information that you have. Have a lovely weekend, angels. I hope you just make the most of this lovely weather that we're having at the moment. It's a bit windy outside, but it's beautiful and sunny. And have a lovely weekend, and I will see you all next week. Bye.